I'm trans. I don't really keep this a secret, but I think for the topic of this video, I think it's a little important for me to get out of the way first. I don't even really keep a secret what I look like, but online, I'm Ren. I'm the dog girl. I'm the artist, the musician, the avatar. I'm personally fascinated with this whole cultural idea of digital presence and the way that we curate them. It's incredibly common for me to see as someone who's both a furry and who's consistently in the digital spaces like VR chat. So why am I and so many others so obsessed with curating our digital presences online? Why do we use the avatars we do and the fursonas that we do? And what do they actually mean to us? Let's talk about it.
I don't want to count the minutes or the seconds anymore. My baggage is light, it's just stories and a couple of songs, and a sense of belonging to nowhere, which is where I belong.
One really important note I want to get out straight away that's kind of the most obvious. It's dysphoria. When you don't feel congruent with your physical body, having a digital body you can put whatever you want on is really rewarding and really helps that feeling of incongruence. And I should know, whenever I see myself, especially in VR chat, in this wonderful avatar that I have, I feel more real than I do in real life. I get this strange sense of disassociation when I'm looking at my physical body. I think that's one of the reasons I feel so connected with the Therian label and one of the reasons I dress up as a dog online. I know that whole idea of Therianism can be very strange for a lot of people. Why would a human person feel more comfortable being an animal? I kind of want to give my own take on it, at least personally. You see, animals kind of have inherent aspects that we already place upon them. Dogs are fun and loyal, cats are sneaky and sleepy, bunnies are timid, the list goes on. I think, in a strange way, I'm almost jealous. I want people to feel the way they feel about a dog when they look at me. I feel really connected to the idea of being fun, being loyal, and being soft. And if I can choose digitally to be that animal and have those aspects placed upon me straight away just by looking at me, why wouldn't I? It's like when I wear a fursuit. People just see Ren. I feel really connected to this idea that my fursona Ren is an extension of myself. She's a part of me. It's as if I stepped through a portal into the furry world, and instead of her being there, I become her. She's a piece of me. And so when I say that my digital avatar is Ren, really I'm just saying, here's the most true version of myself. Here's what I think I would look like if I had the full range of ability to decide. If I get to control what I look like, I'm gonna make sure I look like me.
Hi friends, if you could, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Carly the Collie. Shout out to myself, I guess.
But you don't look like a collie right now, though.
Well, I know. Here's the thing. It's my main character, the Collie. My second custom character is Abel, which is what I look like right now.
I am Echo the Shark.
My name is Red, like the color. If you can't spell it, it's R-E-D, or with 2 Ds if you're feeling confident.
Avatar made by Foxy Paws. Shout out to her.
Yes.
Awesome avatar creator. I did take the texture and increase the intensity and everything, and I added my personal the dots and the crosses and everything that Abel has. Oh yeah, I added that one too. Yeah, there's a lot of assets on here. The character is based off of a deer, obviously, but it's very runic. My fursuit actually has 2 runes hanging off the antlers, which I haven't added yet to this avatar, but I really want to.
I've been playing this game for a very long time, and at first I used a lot of human avatars, and then at some point I used a Sabrine 1, like the original Sabrine avatar, the Sabrine Shark, and because I had seen it online, I was like, oh, that's cute. And then it's stuck because also around the same time, I've been referred to as a teddy bear a lot. And then one of my, someone that I used to know was like, bear seems a little too stereotypical. I think you're more like a shark. It stuck.
Yeah.
And then I found the Sabrine 2, through a friend, made by Squib, by the way. Great base, very underutilized. And I've been messing around with it ever since.
And the only person in the room currently.
I'm
only
the only
human.
person in the room. I'm a human. This avatar was made by Confusi, and one of her avatars was one of the first I ever used on here. The name was Bumper, and I really liked it, and I used it for a while. I kind of jumped between a few different avatars. There was a blue one, a lot of A-Re bases. I like those ones a lot. But then I looked at Confusi's profile, and I saw this one as a work in progress. And I was like, oh my god, where did I get that? So I went to her avatar world, realized it had not been updated in forever. So I joined the Discord, and I saw this one, like, work in progress photos, and so I waited for it to be finished. And I finally got it because I saw that it had a lot of really good toggles, and I liked it a lot. It has a gun, which is pretty epic. I like to shoot people with it.
Oh yeah, you shoot me in the face a lot.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It's a good bit.
Like
It's a good bit.
Yeah. It's because you're a deer, you know. I live in Tennessee. We like to hunt those around here. It's kind of in my blood. I can't help it.
That is true.
But I believe the way that we choose to present ourselves online goes a little deeper than just, oh, I like its aesthetic. Obviously, it completely varies from person to person, but I want to share with you my theory at the crux of this video. I think the things that we choose to present ourselves as online are reminders. But Ren, what the heck does that even mean? Hold on, I'll explain. I think our digital presences and the avatars and personas we choose to express ourselves with are reminders of what are the most important values, ideals, and feelings we have about the world and our personal life.
You guys have talked about like where you guys got your avatars from, but the real question to me that I want to like kind of investigate is why present yourself that way? What do you get? What do you think you guys get out of choosing your presentation online?
At the end of the day, it's just a character. Just like going to fucking Minecraft and uploading a skin or whatever. It's just you want to look cool. You want to express yourself. If I were this character, it's like a big D&D thing.
Yeah.
I guess. I always liked this whole like Appalachia or Appalachian lore.
Yeah.
Because I'm raised in the south of Arkansas and shit like that. So and I have family in Tennessee. I've always been into this whole kind of American Gothic kind of the folklore of everything. Who doesn't like being scared when you go out to the fucking forest at night? That's the coolest shit ever.
Do you have any experiences? Did you ever used to do
No,
that?
I don't go out into the fucking forest at night. Fuck that. You wouldn't catch me fucking dead. I mean, you would catch me dead because I would be dead. Going out alone in the middle of fucking, middle of Tennessee, even with a gun. Fuck that. I'm not going out there.
But you like embodying that, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool thing. Yeah. Since I do live in the South, I felt like it was really cool to adopt that kind of culture down here. And you make a furry, you make like a furry character out of it. I'm like, okay, well, but I want like a deer, because very naturey, who is kind of very supernatural and stuff like that. I was very interested, and that's how Abel was born, and that's why I chose the name too, is because it was biblical.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
So Abel seemed, it fit him very well, and that's why I put the runes and everything on his antlers. I think one's like for protection and one's for like good luck or something like that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going out in the woods alone at night, especially because I genuinely believe in like supernatural stuff like that. Like, I don't fuck with that shit. I'm not going out in the woods alone, even with a gun. Fuck that. That's how you die, either by humans or other means. Fuck that, dude.
Since we get to actively dictate how we look in a digital world, I think what we choose to show are deep inner reflections and reminders of the things that are important to us. Let me give you an example. Maybe there's a color you love, so you paint your walls in it and you put it everywhere because you want to be surrounded by that love. Maybe you have a pet dog or a pet rabbit, or heck, maybe you even saw a wild deer one day and just thought, there's something there that feels like me.
For me, I think it is representative of my personal growth as a person. A lot of people think of sharks and they think of like, oh, scary, and like, don't go swimming in the ocean because you get eaten by a shark. Generally speaking, sharks aren't like inherently dangerous. A lot of the times they're just curious. But like, unlike a dog, like they can like paw at something or like stick their nose in it. The shark's main form of like exploring things is by nibbling on it. And if they're giant, they have massive bite forces and sharp teeth. Like if they nick something, then they get a whiff of blood, and then their hunt drive kicks in. But it inherently aren't dangerous creatures. They're actually really sweet, and like you see tons of videos of line on like a shark going up to like a shark cage and the diver having to push it out because they're trying to do something, or like a shark won't leave a diver alone and they'll rotate it.
Get rotated, dumbass.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just water puppies.
Exactly. They're like giant water dogs. I had a lot of like rough stuff in my past, and I used to be very like closed-minded and aggressive. I've grown to grow a lot as a person, and compared to when I started high school to my senior year, people called me a teddy bear, and I was like, oh, thanks. It's probably better that you didn't know me a couple years ago. Also, like, in real life, it's hard for me to present as someone super approachable because I'm, like, a large person. I slouch, I fairly unkempt, I wear baggy clothes and have messy hair. On here, I can be a shark and, make friends, and, like, I have all of you guys. I'm not like limited by things like physical appearance. Even though I've put in a lot of work, there's still like things that I can't change necessarily. And I'm able to like put all my cards on the table when you first meet me.
Yeah, it's like you're using your avatar almost like as a shorthand. Like you don't have to explain anything. It's like, oh, here's just a clear as well as I can, a clear representation of how you feel like you should appear. I also, with you mentioning how like sharks are misunderstood, I think it's interesting that you have this kind of story of personal growth and how that's kind of reflected in how people see sharks. I think that's really interesting. You've kind of like embodied the shark in the sense of people misinterpret this person or have a bad rap, but in reality there's like a kindness and a softness and a curiosity there. I think that's really sweet.
Maybe you have sentimental jewelry that was passed down from you from generations above. Maybe you even have jewelry from a friend who might have passed. Heck, for the simplest example, maybe you made your profile picture some cute anime girl to remind you of how much you liked that show. Or how much you like being a girl. And I just want to remind you, you can just be a girl, right? Just saying.
Red, I say this as a trans woman. Why are you a girl?
Just so fucking hot. Oh my god.
Hey, watch what you say to my woman.
I really don't know. I've picked female characters in every single game I played since I was young, and that's just kind of been the thing I've done. It's what I like. It's what I feel most comfortable at. And it just kind of came to VR chat as well.
Yeah, I've heard this from a lot of like people who like do pick the female characters or female avatars. Is there's also a style and a fashion angle to it where it's like, oh, feminine fashion is just cooler, like it's just nicer. There's a lot more
It
variety.
is better.
Like this is a female base. I just removed the breasts.
I mean, I wear fucking layered jeans like the 1970s IRL. I mean, that shit goes hard.
Kairu, do you wanna talk about your dragon?
The entire thing that really got me started on dragons was the movie How to Train Your Dragon.
Hell yeah.
Fucking watched that a shit ton as a kid. Holy moly.
Great film.
Good movie.
I probably watched like the first How to Train Your Dragon movie like 30 times as a kid, and then I'd also watch these like other dinosaur movies as well when I was younger. I can't remember what the movie's called, but it's based around a Apache, which kind of looks like a Triceratops, but it has a more elongated sort of head. I watched that probably 10-15 times as well. And so with the obsession with like lizards or reptiles were just a major thing for me growing up. There wasn't a whole lot of love for reptiles, but I was obsessed with them. My cousin also helped too because he raised a bearded dragon.
Yo, that's so
And
cool.
so all that kind of just tied
I love
together
bearded dragon.
into me being like obsessed with like kobolds, dragons, wyverns. And so eventually I just stuck with this wyvern abbey because I thought it looked pretty cool.
I think it's even kind of funny that we're talking about this in relation to digital avatars when we do this in real life too. We show our undying love from a ring on a finger. We keep art and paintings around us to remind us of beautiful things in the world. We dye our hair, we put on makeup, we pierce our bodies permanently. To ask this question about the digital self is to really ask, what do people care about so much that they want other people to see it? What does someone care so much about that they want to completely embody it? We have to remember that when we pick an avatar or a profile picture, it exists outside ourselves. Heck, VRChat makes that super clear. The only time you can see your own avatar is when you're looking in a mirror or in a camera. But everyone else can see what you've chosen for them to see.
So one of the like theories and like cruxes to this entire video essay I'm making is that the like avatars and styles that we choose digitally are kind of reminders of the things that matter to us in real life. Like we take pieces of like the most important things for us in real life and we want to present them digitally. And I mean, Carly, you've mentioned that like
I'd
like
I'd
Southern
imagine
folklore.
mine's South.
Yeah, like
Born and raised in Arkansas. You know, I have family in Tennessee, and I've always been down here. You can probably tell by the accent. You know, I mean, I think it's just there's always going to be a part of you, even in your like sonas, I guess. They always want to put in
yeah.
because it's like the root of you.
I personally think there's a strange sense of courage to it. I know there's that old stereotype of the 40-year-old guy dressed up as an anime waifu, but I don't think that's why people do it at all, passing over the negative outliers. I actually think it's brave to be so decisive about how you want to appear, to really make a choice about how you look online. It would almost be too simple to just be yourself online. That's copy and paste. No, you're making a decision. It's like a digital tattoo. If you put on the avatar, if you make that character and you tell everyone that that's you, well, that's you, baby. There's this concept in spiritualism called the egregore, where thoughts and understandings of a being create that being's power. It's like a communally formed ego. We believe in that spirit, in that idea of a person, and it becomes that person. This isn't hiding. It's being the most you can be.
There's also, like, having, like I said earlier, been someone who used to be really closed-minded, I've been on both sides of the coin. There's this kind of like even though like we've grown, there's still like a kind of a underlying pressure from society of like conformity, and like you don't really have that kind of like restraints on you when you're online because you can be whatever and do whatever you. Yeah, like before the internet, imagine like you were limited to like your small town of people that or in your immediate vicinity of like those were your like options of like people to interact with and like friends you could make. And like now you have like quite literally the entire world is your oyster. Me and you, we live on like almost entirely other sides of the world. Like if the internet didn't exist, we would have never known that each other existed.
And yet we're in the same room.
That's why I think like also like not only the internet but VR in general is such a cool medium, being able to like immerse yourself and like me and Carly we can move our legs in game too.
Damn,
Like
the high
it's
kick.
like being able to like immerse yourself in the things you want and not being held down by reality, which like to a certain extent obviously like you know don't lose yourself. Go touch grass. But you can build your own communities. You can be yourself. You can do anything you want. You can get immersed in this whole other world of your own choice. And it's really freeing.
Yeah, and it's safety as well. Like I think there's this feeling of like, oh, if I don't feel accepted in my current physical space, I know that you know, especially when you start learning people's like times and availabilities, like with our friend group, I know when I can be awake, when other people will be on. you start to like build a safety net of like, no matter what's going on, I know that there are people, and especially like for queer people, I think that's really important to have a space that they're like, I can be the most myself, and I know when I can do that, and no matter what's happening outside of that, I can like keep in my head that, oh, I can go here eventually.
To bring this wide theoretical idea down from something huge into something a little bit more close to home, I want to tell you about Ren and what she reminds me of, what she means to me. Ren is the embodiment, the egregore of my creative spark, of my loyalty and my love. She's a borzoi because it reminds me of the day that one of my close friends said that I was long and pretty like a borzoi, and it stuck. She has purple hair to remind me of how much I absolutely adore that color, and how it reminds me of flowers and magic and the universe and galaxies spiraling up above, like paint at the end of a brush and bruises. She has my heart and is my daily reminder of how much I cherish it and how much I deserve to love myself. She's draped in gold and a grungy clothing style, not only because that's how I dress in real life, but because it reminds me of the punk community that I come from, and that my friends come from, and that the queer community is so rooted within. Ren is a complete embodiment of my queerness, and how I see the queer community as rebellious, as active, as bright, and as radical. She is everything that matters to me. So, what matters to you? And how do you tell the world without saying a single word?
Red, I want to broach the femboy question with you. The whole idea of femboys.
Grab another beer for this one. Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm really curious, like, especially from like your perspective. It's hard for me as a trans woman to I can understand on like a certain level what the appeal is. My experience is completely different, and I'm really interested in, like, is it an aesthetic enjoyment? Where do you think it's placed? What's the appeal?
Me personally, like, I'm happy being a man, but I also, kind of like you said, I do like the aesthetic of women's clothing. I do like to feel pretty at times. That's kind of what I go for in a lot of female characters online, is that I try to make them very pretty because I like to feel pretty. And it's like, I don't think I'd ever want to fully be a woman. I don't think I'd want to transition personally, but I like the flexibility of, like, I can still be a man, but I can enjoy like feminine things as well.
A digital avatar has the special ability to be completely up to our own discretion and choice. It's one of the only places where we get to decide every single choice about the way that we look. You're not stuck with a name that someone else gave you. You're not stuck with certain features from your genetics. You get to decide. And I think those decisions not only tell others about the kind of person we want to be, but also tell ourselves. So who are you? If you enjoyed this video and its queer furry topic, you'll probably enjoy what you find on this channel and on my podcast, The Candid Kennel. Me and my two best friends talk all about the furry community, queerness, art, and whatever we really want. And we often have guests from all over the fandom in the art space come on and join us and chat about what they love. So if you enjoy, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!